It's all the fighters talk, but nothing is gonna change here. Everyone has to fight in the cage anyway, so whatever he says, I don't care about. So I'm come here and to beat him up and take my money and go home.
You know, he's so certain that he's becoming world champion, and I'm here to say no. There's no way you're becoming world champion while I'm the champion. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, it's always...
The MMA world is buzzing right now, and it's all because of the fire being exchanged between the new UFC middleweight champion, Khamzat Chimaev, and former champ Sean Strickland. After Chimaev's dominant showcase at UFC 319, where he steamrolled Dricus Du Plessis to capture the 185-pound title, Strickland wasted no time calling him out. And let me tell you, Khamzat isn't backing down one bit. So today, we're diving into what Chimaev himself, fellow fighters, analysts, and fans are saying about this heated rivalry as of August 17th, 2025.
Down to who's a bigger man. In my opinion, man, Chimaev's a weak man. I know he's made his entire career about being this big, scary boogeyman. But like, dude, you look at his history. Every time he's had a tough fight with a welterweight, there's always some fucking excuse. You know, I broke my hand, it's fucking Ramadan. The reason why I look like this is because this. Like, no, dude, it's because you got tested and the test came back.
First up, let's get into Sean Strickland's bold claims. Never one to hold back, Strickland jumped on X right after Chimaev's title win, saying, "I'm probably the only guy in the UFC who can out-grapple that little W for 5 rounds. Guess I just need to stack some wins to fight that little." Classic Strickland, unfiltered and stirring the pot. He doubled down in an interview with Red Corner MMA, claiming he used to dominate Chimaev back at Extreme Couture. "He's just a Fing C asterisk, dude. I was there when he retired from sparring. You starch one guy because he's the same height as your opponent? No. You're picking him because you're AB asterisk 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 dot. Asterisk."
I mean, I was here when he retired from COVID, bro. I was training with him. Like, he's just a, you know, it's like, if you knew, I always say there's guys, if you knew on a personal level you wouldn't like, Chimaev is one of those people if you knew you wouldn't like. You know, he'll come in here,
But Khamzat Chimaev? He's not sweating it. At the UFC 319 post-fight press conference, Boers laughed off Strickland's trash talk. "Bro, Dricus took him down many times. How's he gonna take me down? Come on. I beat him everywhere, even striking. This guy just talks too much. He's a funny guy. He trains with Paulo Costa? I'll beat them both together." That's pure confidence from an undefeated champ who just dominated Du Plessis 50-44 on the scorecards with relentless grappling. Chimaev even tossed in a jab at Strickland's teammate Paulo Costa, calling him Buratino.
4 rounds.
Bro, Dricus take him down many times, but how can he take me down? Come on. This guy, I beat him everywhere and striking, but this guy just talk too much. So he's funny guy. He's working with what is his name? Buratino or what is it?
Yeah, Paulo Costa.
Yeah, Paulo. I make them together.
Now, let's bring in some pro perspectives on this feud. Robert Whitaker, who felt that Chimaev's squeeze earlier this year, broke it down. Strickland talks a big game, and he's tough, but Khamzat's a different animal. I've felt that pressure firsthand. Sean's got solid wrestling defense, but Chimaev's pace is unreal. I don't see anyone out-grappling him for 25 minutes right now. Then there's Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, who was cage-side at UFC 319. He fired back with confidence, telling MMA Junkie, "I got the gas tank to push him. He's great, but I think I can wear him down." Bold words from a guy riding an 8-fight win streak. But let's be real, outlasting Boers, who just outstruck Du Plessis 529-45, is a massive challenge.
I really, like, when I say I don't give a who I fight, yes, I'm serious about that shit. I don't give a who I fight. I think it'd be cool if there was like a contender BMF belt or like something like that, but I want the fucking title. That's the only reason I do this shit for, is to get.
And of course, Paulo Costa had to jump in. Strickland's current training partner lit up X with his trademark flair, posting, "Strickland and we smashed this guy. He talks big, but we see him in the gym. Not so scary." Costa's clearly backing his boy, but Chimaev's response at the press conference was cold as ice, reminding everyone he already beat them together. That's classic Boers confidence, brushing off the duo's bravado like it's nothing. Now let's check in with Dricus Du Plessis, the man who just lost his belt to Chimaev. When asked about Strickland's call-out, DDP didn't sugarcoat it. Sean's got a chip on his shoulder after losing to me twice. He thinks he can deal with Khamzat's wrestling? Good luck. That guy is a machine. I tried everything, and he just kept coming. Du Plessis still sounds like he's recovering from the beating, and he's definitely not betting on Strickland doing much better.
Yeah, I mean, the man has incredible control on the top. He's just like a blanket. I mean, it wasn't a matter of strength or, it wasn't that physical. It was just, it's almost as if he knew what your next move was going to be.
Not everyone in the MMA world is buying Strickland's chances. Analyst Chael Sonnen weighed in on his YouTube channel saying, Sean's tough, he's got heart and a chin, but Khamzat's a nightmare matchup. This isn't just wrestling, it's mauling. Sonnen also reminded fans that Strickland's got bigger issues to deal with first, pointing to his indefinite suspension for that wild cage-jumping brawl at a local event. Not exactly the kind of move that gets you fast-tracked to a title shot.
Not the title?
Well, he'll get to the title eventually, but that's Sean Strickland's opportunity. He's been promised that. He earned that. Sean Strickland was willing to go through Chimaev. Nobody wants to fight Chimaev. There's one guy that had the balls to go through Chimaev to get to a title, and that was Kamaru Usman, who didn't get credit for it, and he should have. Sean was willing to put the very title up against Chimaev. Sean went into training thinking he was going to fight Chimaev, and he didn't blink at all. So, yeah, Sean... Right? Bravado means something. Sean wins that showdown. For now, Sean wins that showdown. It's his shot.
Yeah,
On the flip side, Daniel Cormier doesn't think Strickland's confidence is completely off. DC said, Sean's a grinder. He's got that dog in him. And if he keeps it standing, his volume could be trouble. But that's a big if. Even while giving Strickland some credit, Cormier made it clear. Stopping Khamzat is a whole different challenge.
Had that kind of skill.
Yeah, he needs to be wrestling more, but I mean, Khamzat Chimaev just did exactly what he wanted to do. His pace, his pressure, his control, his cardio, everything looked on point tonight. He looked more prepared than he's ever been in his entire career, and his whole career has been impressive. It's just pure dominance, man. The bookies were right. They knew, and Khamzat Chimaev proved them right 10 times over. And for Dricus, he goes back.
Fans on X are eating this feud alive. One post read, Strickland's got guts calling out Khamzat, but he's getting ragdolled again. Chimaev's a beast. Another said, Sean's just hyping himself up. He knows he can't keep up with Boer's pace. While a few admire Strickland's boldness, the majority of fans online believe Khamzat is simply on another level right now.
I would love to see that. We would all love to see Strickland spar Khamzat Chimaev. That'd be great. We've seen Strickland spar influencers. You fucking him. We've seen that. Let's see this. Sounds like Khamzat's down. Type of one in the chat right now if you would love to see the Wolf, Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland. Even though the same weight class, both middleweights. Khamzat jumps around. I would love to see it. I don't know if the UFC would be, wouldn't be very happy if that happened without a fight contract, but I'm super excited. I think this is in the making. We all want to see this. I speak for everyone. I'm not even joking. I speak for everyone when I say we want to see Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland. Smash everybody! Everybody!
Chimaev himself escalated things earlier. This year before UFC 319, telling reporters in LA, when I was there, he never said anything. When I left Vegas, when they stopped my visa, he started to talk. I'm in LA, bro. Come on. If it's something personal for you, just come. I'm here whenever he wants. That's a straight up send me location vibe. And it's got fans hyped for a potential showdown. But here's the kicker. Strickland's not exactly in pole position for a title shot. With his suspension and other contenders like KO Borrelio, Nazar Dinamov, and Rainier Ditter in the mix, he's got work to do. Meanwhile, Chimaev's already looking ahead, saying at the presser, I fight whoever Dana says. Sean talks a lot, but I'm ready for anyone. That's the champ's mentality, focused on defending the belt, not just the drama. So what's the deal? Is Strickland's trash talk just hype, or does he have a shot against the undefeated champ? The pros are leaning toward Chimaev, but Strickland's got that never say die attitude that makes him dangerous. One thing's for sure, this feud is far from over, and the MMA world can't wait to see if these two settle it in the octagon. Want to keep up with more fight news? Click the video on the